Hey guys, Leanne here on Grady's Mom, back with a new what I cooked for dinner this week video. If you enjoy these videos, please let me know by sharing it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, for dinner tonight I made a new version of these lettuce wraps. These are pork lettuce wraps. So I used ground pork and a bunch of different flavorings, hoisin sauce and ground ginger and garlic. And I actually put some sesame seeds and green and yellow or green and white onion and cilantro as a garnish. And I used romaine as the taco. So you kind of eat it taco style, like pick it up and pinch it. And this is what we're having tonight, along with some sticky rice, the Innovations brand from Walmart, which I love. And I just garnished it with a little bit of cilantro, and it's super delicious. I have a similar video to this. It's my chicken lettuce wraps, which I'll link down below. But I think I actually, down the road, will do a video on these because they're really, really good. But this is our dinner tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, for dinner tonight, Grady is having 2 scrambled eggs, a piece of the Artisanal Sara Lee bread with peanut butter with no crust. Yeah, that's your eggs. This is a, what is this? Yogurt.
That's the yogurt.
Your yogurt. And then some ice water.
And some ice water.
Yep, and this is his dinner tonight. Hey guys, for dinner tonight, we're doing good old hot dogs, pasta salad, and crispy potato crowns, which are like tater tots cut in half, kind of. These hot dogs are not your typical hot dog because they are from a local meat market here. So if you're ever in upstate New York and you're going to be eating hot dogs for whatever reason, try the White Eagle brand. They are all beef. They are absolutely delicious, and they definitely taste a lot better than like a normal hot dog, if that makes sense. But yes, Matt's having 2. We're actually using some of the Terrapin Farms products tonight. Matt has ketchup and jalapeno aioli on one of his dogs. And then ketchup on the other one. I actually have to put some spicy mustard, some crispy crowns, homemade pasta salad that I made, and I'm having one dog with ketchup, and I'm actually having some of this garlic kraut mustard on my hot dog instead of mustard. Matt actually does not like sauerkraut, which is why I skipped it on his, and I'm having some crispy crowns and some pasta salad, and this is our dinner tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, for dinner tonight I made meatloaf with green beans from my mom's garden, and then some of these red little baby potatoes. It's actually the Little Potato Company. I haven't had these, I don't think, and if I have, it's been a long time. But they're just the garlic and parsley flavor, and I just drizzled a little bit of EVOO on them. And again, a big portion of my mom's garden green beans and the meatloaf. Normally I make the mini meatloaf in a muffin tin, but today I actually used the mini loaf pans, and they did fall apart, so I'm just gonna stick to the muffin tins from now on. But anyways, this is our dinner tonight. We're gonna dig in, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, so I am doing breakfast for dinner tonight, which I usually do once a week. So I wanted to show you, because I do get a lot of questions the times I've shown our bacon. Obviously, you guys know there's several ways you can cook bacon. You can pan fry it, which is probably maybe the most common, maybe not. I'm not really sure. I know my mom pan fries it. Some people microwave it, but I do it this way, and I've been doing it this way for maybe about 5 to 6 years. So I get, for a 1 pound package of bacon, like a standard size pack, I take 2 cookie sheets and I line them first with foil. And then I throw a piece of this like parchment paper. Let me go ahead and grab the box. It's just the cookie baking pre-cut parchment paper. Obviously you can use the parchment paper on the roll. So I don't like spray it or anything because obviously this is non-stick. We're also having potatoes tonight, but that's a whole nother, story. But anyways, I've got my 2 sheet trays, and I'm gonna lay the bacon out on them actually right now. And I have found the most foolproof way to do this. This just works the best for me. I used to pan fry it for years, and then I would spend so much time cleaning up the pan after. It was just a mess. It was just a disaster. But anyways, I found this to be the best way that works for me. Just my personal opinion. Obviously, I'm not saying this is how everybody has to do it, but this is just what works for me. I just line the bacon up. I try to give it a little bit of space between each slice. You don't want to crowd them to the point where they're touching or they won't get as crispy. You want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. I know ovens obviously vary, but this is just the way I found that works the best for me. So I do 2 sheet trays, oven to preheat it to 400 degrees, approximately 10 minutes, and then you take the pans out and flip the bacon over. Just use a fork or something, and then another 10 minutes, and it should be, depending how you like your bacon, good to go. Again, ovens vary, so if your oven maybe cooks a little quicker and you know that, then you probably want to keep an eye on it, and maybe set it for like 8 minutes, because you don't want to burn your bacon, unless that's your cup of tea. But anyways, just laying this out on the 2 sheet trays, gonna get it in the oven, and it comes out perfect every time. So I just wanted to share that really quickly, because I get questions a lot on my bacon, since bacon is pretty much a staple in our home. We have it like pretty much every week, in some way, shape, or form. So perfect. That pound fit absolutely perfect on there. But yeah, just wanted to share that. In case you were curious, 400 degrees, preheat your oven, that's very important, and approximately 10 minutes, flip it, put it back in, 10 minutes, again, that varies, and you should be good to go. And also the paper soaks up a lot of the grease, and there's no mess all over your counter and your stovetop. But I'll show you guys later, a little bit later, what we're having tonight. Obviously breakfast, I'll show you it plated up so you can see. Hey guys, tonight we're doing breakfast for dinner, as you can see. So we've got some French toast with the artisanal bread, some homemade little home fries that I made, just cut up some potatoes with onion and season them, some of the Hormel Black Label bacon, it's really good, this particular kind, and then I just made some little fruit cups for us. Our friend Justin is over, and this is our dinner tonight, and we will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, for dinner tonight, Grady is having a little English muffin pizza. It has some sharp cheddar and pizza sauce, and then a little bit of turkey pepperoni, some cut up strawberries. There's about 4 to 5, I think, medium-sized-ish strawberries in here. And then we're trying a new food tonight, which is a piece of celery with peanut butter. I didn't bother with the raisins because I know he won't like those. Most likely he'll just lick the peanut butter off, but we're gonna try it because I like to try new things every once in a while and try to reintroduce things, even things he hasn't liked in the past. So hopefully he'll eat that, but I'm not gonna hold my breath, but I gotta try. And then his little cup with some ice water. And this is his dinner tonight. Hey guys, I have these 2 really large boneless, skinless chicken breasts here. I am personally not the hugest fan of white meat chicken. I tend to like dark meat more. But again, they're just 2 huge boneless, skinless chicken breasts. I actually cut them in half each side of the breast. And I'm going to go ahead and get them marinated for dinner tomorrow. So I wanted to share this McCormick Grill Mates Baja Citrus Marinade. For those who have been following me for a while, you've probably seen me talk about this in a grocery haul a few weeks back. I bought a few of them because one of our friends specifically told us about it. It is really, really good. We tried it last week. If you saw my last What's for Dinner video, one of the dinners in that video was chicken that I marinated on this. But I want to talk about it quickly. It's a marinade that you kind of make yourself, but it's super easy. You just use 1/4 cup of vegetable or olive oil, 2 tablespoons of water, and 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix that up and show you how I marinate this to get it ready for dinner tomorrow, because I like to get a good like 24-hour marinade if I can on this meat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you guys how I marinate it and how I, what I store it in and that kind of thing. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright guys, so that marinade literally took like 30 seconds to whip up and throw together. This is a perfect thing to do if you are a work outside the home mom, and you can whip this up, you know, the marinade up really quick in the morning before you leave for work, and then your meat, pop it in the fridge, your meat will be good to go when you get home. So I like to use a big Ziploc bag. I know everybody is different, and some people like to put their meat marinating in like a bowl. But I actually go ahead and I get all my meat ready to go, thawed out. This is all thawed, cleaned. So I'm just going to put it in this big Ziploc bag. I'm going to pour the marinade in, and then I'll show you why I like to use the bags over like a plate or a bowl. All right, so I literally just pour the marinade right in the bag. I try to get as much as I possibly can. This marinade also works well on fish or shrimp, and I'm really pretty sure you could use it on any meat. But I really like it so far that the couple times I've done it. This is my second time on the chicken. So I get the marinade in. I try to push it down a little to get the air out. And then I like to just kind of move the bag around a little bit. And I really like the bags because the difference, I guess, between like putting it in a bowl or a plate or like a shallow dish, it's a little harder to get all the marinade worked in, I feel, because with the bag, you can kind of throw it around and sort of massage it in a little bit. So I like to get it really nice and coated like that. And then I will kind of move it around, you know, tomorrow morning, because I'm filming this 24 hours in advance. So I'll move it around again in the morning. And I just pop this bag on a plate in the fridge and let it marinate overnight. And then again, I'll move it around in the morning, and then it'll be all ready to go on the grill. But I highly recommend this marinade. They're very inexpensive, and they're really good, again, if you want to do chicken like me, or some kind of a seafood like a fish or a shrimp. So, of course, you guys will see this once it's cooked for dinner and plated up, but I did want to share that with you, that it was really good, because I did get a lot of follow-up questions about that marinade. So we'll see you guys tomorrow when I have this all cooked and plated up. Hey guys, for dinner tonight, it was my freebie night, and we already had breakfast this week for dinner, but I wanted to make it again because I actually had some leftover potatoes from that meatloaf dinner a couple nights ago. So I just chopped them up, and then I made like an egg scramble, a simple egg scramble with just the leftover seasoned potatoes and some egg with some cheese. I have a little hot sauce on top. I had some leftover Jimmy Dean sausage, so I just formed them into 2 patties and made little sausage patties for us. And we each have half of the Thomas English muffin nook and cranny bagels with butter, some fresh cantaloupe, and red cherries that I cut up. And it's a really simple but easy dinner, and I was able to use up the potatoes and the sausage, so it felt really good to do that. But this is dinner tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Alright guys, it is the next night, the next evening, and my chicken has had a full 24 hours in this marinade. It's going to be really good. So I'm going to go ahead, get this out of the bag. I have some broccoli. This is fresh broccoli that I've just cut up into florets off the broccoli head. And then I have some olive oil, salt and pepper, some garlic powder and oregano. And I'm going to roast this. I made a couple little skewers for Matt to throw on the grill. And then I got these earlier in the week. I think I showed you guys with the meatloaf. They were so good that I literally could not stop thinking about them. So I had to run to Walmart today for a couple random things. So I actually grabbed another one. They're like $1.88, I think. I know they're under $2. And this made enough for me and Matt to have a nice hearty side and then a little leftover, which I think you guys saw me as well. I made like a little egg scramble with the leftover potatoes. So I'm going to do these again. The broccoli, the zucchini and tomato skewers. I'm going to go ahead and get this ready for the grill. It looks so good. It smells so good too. This is such a good marinade, guys. Definitely try it. It really, I feel like, really coats on there. And then I actually I'm going to take the excess and pour it right over. Because Matt's heating up the grill shortly here. I got to get the broccoli in the oven. It's gonna come out so good. FYI, if you're new here, I have playlists of what's for dinner videos. I have a playlist of cooking videos. And of course, most of you guys know, a playlist of what's for lunch videos. So a lot of food content here on my channel. If you're new, check out the playlist, and I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw these on the grill. Hey guys, so this is how the chicken turned out on the grill. It looks really good. So I'm having the two much smaller halves of those two larger breasts with some potatoes and then a zucchini and tomato skewer. We actually decided to skip the broccoli tonight because I completely just forgot to preheat the oven and get it in, and by the time I realized it, the chicken was already almost done. So we'll have the broccoli another night. But these are the potatoes. Again, my two smaller halves of the breasts, and then Matt has a larger breast, potatoes, a skewer, and I also made some salad. So Matt has one that's chopped up and tossed in ranch, and mine actually has my favorite dressing, as you guys know, the raspberry oregano Planet Organics, and I just put a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I actually cooked an extra breast. Unless Matt ends up eating it, I made an extra breast that I can use in some way, shape, or form for a lunch option for him. But anyways, this is dinner tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, so for dinner tonight, Grady's having a couple scrambled eggs, a Stonyfield strawberry banana like mini smoothie, and then some of these red cherries that I'm going to put into a bowl. He seems to be really liking these, so that's what we're going to have tonight for dinner, and we'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, for dinner tonight, I made one of my favorite Trader Joe's dinners. This is the honey walnut shrimp. I saved the package because I always get a lot of questions from people who have never really tried too many things from Trader Joe's, but this is what it looks like. Obviously it's frozen, you just cook it off, and then I did the Innovations brand white sticky rice, which we love, and I also did a little avocado cilantro chopped salad kit from BJ's. It just comes with all the goodies. It's mainly a cabbage based salad, and you just toss it in the dressing and the corn. I added some cucumber from my mom's garden, and I did put a little bit of green onion on the salad as well as the shrimp, and a little bit of black pepper. This is one of my favorite Trader Joe's dinners for sure. So this is our dinner tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this week's What's for Dinner video. If you want me to continue this series, please let me know by sharing this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.